Thanks for joining us today. My name's Anthony Gardner. I'm with Dark Raptor Press, and this is our series of reviews of campaign settings for fantasy role-playing games. Today we're going to be talking about Arcanis from Paradigm Concepts. The version that I reviewed is 64 pages long, and it is free. However, the full setting is $25. I'm not sure how many pages that has, but I understand it has a lot more information. But if you just want to explore this setting and find out if it's for you, then this no-cost version is the one that you're looking for. One of the interesting points here is that dwarves, who are smaller than most other folks, were once giants. They were given the task to protect mankind, and because they, some of them tried to become the lords of mankind, the gods literally put them in their place by shrinking all dwarves down and basically making them smaller and less important than all the other races. Elves, or in this case, in this setting, they're called Elori. They're elemental beings. That is, they're created out of the elements. But they were created out of the elements by the first race, the first master race on Arcanis, which were actually a race of reptiles. The problems and situations that players will run into within the Arcanis settings are actually more shades of gray than they are really black and white situations. There's really not a lot of right and wrong within the setting. So while you may succeed at a particular task, it may cause repercussions in different areas that come back at you. Or you may fail at a particular situation, but it may turn out to be a good thing. It's all kind of shades of gray, as I said. And all of that information is on the very first page of this setting. So there is a lot of detail built out about the countries and the people. There's city-states, there's a very large theocracy, there's a different land, a different country that's a republic. There is actually an area that would correspond to our holy lands, and there's an empire that is one of the major forces on Arcanis that really is a lot like the Roman Empire. As I said, there's a lot of information here about the dwarves and the Elori and the Sethragorian Empire. That's the remnants of the reptilian people who were the first masters of the land. There are 5 main churches, plus there's elemental worship and animism as well. You have gods and other gods. So read the book, you'll find out what I'm talking about. There's a lot of detail about secret societies and different races. For instance, one of the things that I like that's kind of unusual is that dwarves, because they've been cursed, they have no souls within them, their bodies. They actually have to sort of create souls out of soul stones. And if you lose a soul stone, it's a pretty bad thing. So, and then there's also the Val. That is, a lot of family names are Val something. These are humans that were descended from basically angelic mixtures. Angels came down to help the humans, wound up breeding with humans, and now the Val, which are the, theoretically anyway, superior humans, are almost sort of a super race, as it were, of humans. There's an overview of classes and tweaks for the setting. There's a large listing of backgrounds and skills, new spells, equipment, including the flintlock, or more specifically, the adorned flintlock. Now, again, firearms in fantasy settings, personally, again, not a big fan, but I kind of like the way they do this. Nobody really wants a flintlock. They want an adorned flintlock, and basically you only get an adorned flintlock that is, like a tricked out flintlock, if you are very rich and probably also one of the Vals. They have a couple of different new monsters that they detail, and I think they're fairly interesting. This particular document, the layout, the design, and the artwork, all top notch. So I would really understand if they actually charged even for this short 64-page document, but they don't. There is one interior map, but it's low res, and it's got a giant not final artwork disclaimer printed on the map. So it's not something that you're going to print out from the booklet, and then, not from this booklet anyway, and hand to your players. Especially for this free version, I think it has a very high value. It's worth getting to decide whether you want to pay $25 for the full version of the campaign setting. So, I would really suggest, if this even sounds halfway interesting to you, for the price of $0, that you download it. With the understanding that everything that you're hearing from me is based on the free sample, I would really expect a lot more from the full paid version. So I'm going to give Arcanis 3.5 stars. If you like these reviews, please consider subscribing to our channel and watching some of our other videos. Please leave any comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye now.